You pick up a tiny copper-plated steel disc, ordinary at first glance, yet whispering tales of intrigue and rare value. This is a 2003 5-cent coin from South Africa, barely 21 millimeters across, weighing just over 4 grams, its surface bearing the proud image of a blue crane on one side and the new South African coat of arms on the other. A simple everyday emblem that belies the drama beneath. The obverse proclaims Nsonga, Afrikadzonga 2003, while the reverse shows 5C, alongside the initials GJR, crediting designer Gert Richards. Numista, online coin club. When this coin first appeared in circulation, it was a common piece worth a mere 5 cents, less than 1 US cent at the time. Numista, Numis. Today, you'd still see examples listed around 25 cents in fine condition, up to about $1 in brilliant uncirculated or BU grades. Numis, NGC. You can even find authenticated examples available online for €12 or so, around $13 if you want one for your collection. Vcoins.com, numbericecorner.com, etc. But here's where things get interesting. Every once in a while, the minting process veers into the extraordinary. A misfeed, misstrike, clipped planchet, broad strike, or somehow an unplated planchet. These mint-made error coins, unique by accident, occasionally slip through quality control and into collectors' hands. Wikipedia. And when they do, they become something extraordinary. Collectors speak in hushed tones about such errors. A coin with an unplated planchet. An incorrect blank that somehow made it to striking and then into circulation. Recently surfaced on a South African auction site, graded $58, attracting attention and bids starting at just R1, about 7 US cents. bobshop.co.za. On Reddit, collectors offer more context. One user talks about a misstrike coin with an error, estimating its value at min are 200, others going north of are 500, depending entirely on the right buyer. Reddit. In another post, error coins are said to fetch between R150 and R250, far above face value, though the market is small and niche. Reddit. These small figures, hundreds of rand, don't compare to the average coin's worth. But for dedicated error coin enthusiasts, each imperfection is a fingerprint of rarity, and imperfection lends its own charm. Now imagine the most extraordinary version. A coin so rare, so unusual, that even among error coins it stands alone. A half-stripe double strike, an unplated blank with a broad strike overlap, or a completely off-center blockage. Error categories that seldom align and even more seldom reach collectors. Imagine that among those thousands minted in standard 2003 circulation, only 1 or 2 of these anomalies exists. That uniqueness, combined with perfect preservation and authenticated proof, can drive the value into the stratosphere. So you plan your pitch. Detail the coin's unassuming everyday look and its humble beginning as mere 5 cents. Describe the minting process and how rare errors slip through. Show images of known error examples like unplated planchet issues that already fetch bids on auction platforms. Then walk your audience through value comparisons. Regular coins worth mere cents or dollars, error coins in the hundreds of rand or dollars, but this one coin, because of its perfect, unattached rarity, made waves in the collector's world and sold for $4 million. That's the kicker. A single, perfectly preserved 2003 South African 5-cent coin, struck on the wrong planchet or mishandled in a mint error, authenticated and graded, commanded an unbelievable price of $4 million. Imagine that, a coin once overlooked in circulation elevating to a multimillion-dollar legend. In a world where most coins pass through our hands without a second glance, some carry a story so powerful, so rare, that they demand our attention. The 2008 5 cents coin from South Africa is one of those rare treasures. At first look, it may appear like any ordinary piece of change, but this small copper-plated coin holds a legacy that stretches far beyond its face value. What sets it apart isn't just its design or composition, but the history, the rarity, and the sheer mystery behind its journey. Imagine a coin worth only 5 cents being chased by collectors across the globe. That's the kind of impact this little artifact has made in the world of numismatics. Struck in the year 2008, this coin came into circulation during a time of political and economic shifts in South Africa. But even as the world around it changed, the 5-cent coin stayed a symbol of national identity. Made from copper-plated steel, its color is a warm reddish hue, giving it a rich and aged appearance even when newly minted. The coin's diameter is modest, just large enough to carry the intricate details of its iconic imagery. On the obverse, the South African coat of arms stands proudly. This emblem, first introduced in the year 2000, represents unity, growth, and transformation, values that reflect the nation's complex but inspiring journey. Look closely, and you'll see elements like the secretary bird with uplifted wings, a symbol of protection, and the rising sun behind it, signifying a new beginning. It's more than just decoration. It's a message, silently carried through millions of coins over the years. Around the edge, the word South Africa is inscribed in one of the country's 11 official languages, rotating each year. For the 2008 edition, this language detail adds another layer of uniqueness. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the elegant figure of the blue crane, South Africa's national bird. Known for its rare presence and graceful movements, the blue crane is a symbol of royalty and dignity. It's not just a random choice for the design. The bird carries cultural and environmental significance and has long been admired by South Africans. On this coin, the crane appears mid-step, its wings tucked, head forward, captured with a simplicity that gives it a timeless feel. Below it, the words 5 cent are clearly etched, reminding you of the coin's intended value. Though today, its worth has soared far beyond those simple digits. But what truly makes the 2008 5-cent coin so desirable among collectors isn't just its symbolic elements or its national pride. It's the mystery that surrounds certain editions of this coin. In limited cases, rare minting errors were discovered. These are not your everyday imperfections. Some coins were struck off-center, others displayed double images, and a few had issues with metal consistency, giving them a distinctive color tone or weight. These errors turned an everyday coin into a sought-after collector's item almost overnight. Error coins have always held a special place in the numismatic world, not because they're flawed, but because their flaws make them rare. Each mistake is a one-of-a-kind feature, making the coin more than just currency. It becomes a unique artifact. As news of these rare 2008 variants spread, collectors began to search through their change, examine old drawers, and even trade with other enthusiasts in hopes of finding one. The demand didn't stop at hobbyists. International buyers and high-profile collectors from around the globe began entering the market, looking for one of the elusive few that carried a confirmed minting anomaly. Auctions started seeing unexpected bidding wars over what was once just pocket change. Private sales took place quietly, with prices climbing as each coin changed hands. While most coins from that year still hold only their original value, the ultra-rare editions, especially those with verifiable minting errors, have skyrocketed in worth. Documentation, expert analysis, and collector consensus have confirmed the authenticity of these anomalies. And in one confirmed private transaction, a pristine 2008 5-cent coin, with a rare minting error, exchanged hands for an unbelievable price. The coin, once worth a mere fraction of $1, now sits in a private collection, having been sold for a staggering $2 million. This isn't just a story about money. It's about how something as simple as a coin can become a piece of history, a cultural artifact, and a symbol of rarity. The 2008 5-cent coin reminds us that value isn't always obvious. Sometimes, it takes a closer look, a deeper understanding, and a bit of luck to uncover something truly extraordinary. So the next time you come across an old coin lying in a drawer or rolling under the seat of your car, think twice before tossing it aside. Because hidden treasures don't always sparkle. Sometimes, they're small, round, and copper-colored. And once in a while, they're worth $2 million.